Welcome to I Love Literature, and you're listening about Walter Savage Landor, a very, very, very controversial figure of romantic era. He was romantic prose writer. You must have heard of Lamb, you must have heard of De Quincey, William Hazlitt, but what about Walter Savage Landor? Yes, he also belongs to the same era. A very, very controversial and quarrelsome man, born in 1775. There were two more writers of Romantic era who were born in 1775. Can you name them? I have already discussed both of those writers in my previous videos. One was Lamb. Charles Lamb was born in 1775, and another writer was a novelist, a woman novelist, Jane Austen. She was also born in 1775. Coming back to Walter Savage Landor, his name, Walter Savage Landor. He was really savage. I would like to call him savage. He was a novelist and an essayist. Well, he was so quarrelsome that he used to fight with everybody around him. He used to fight with his father, neighbors, wife, elders, authority. Whosoever will come in his way, he will take that person's peace away. So, such is his story that he was once expelled from school. He was then rusticated from Oxford, and there is one incident where he wanted to sleep early, and his neighbor used to keep late nights. So he fired at with a gun at their window. So, such was this man. He also used to attack people and criticize people in his writing, especially in Latin. Whosoever did not understand Latin, he used to criticize them very much. And those people who could read about themselves in Latin, he was beware of them. Well, he is rightly given this name Savage, Walter Savage Landor. Well, his dispute, such a funny man, isn't it? His dispute was so famous, so known, that it became funny. Even Charles Dickens characterized him in his novel Bleak House, where he appears as a Lawrence Boythorn who was having a fight over a gate with Sir Leicester Dedlock. So, and in real life too, Walter Savage Landor was having a legal dispute over a gate with one of his neighbors. He used to fight so much with people despite knowing all these things. You know what Swinburne said? He said he's the kindest and greatest of men. I don't know what so nice Swinburne saw in him. Greatest I can understand, maybe because of his writings, but how come kindest? I don't understand this. Anyways, uh, he had friendship with Robert Southey, Coleridge, William Hazlitt, Charles Lamb, and these are the people from Romantic age. He also knew people from Victorian age. I think I can call him a bridge who knew people very well from Victorian era as well as from Romantic era. He is that bridge who connects all of them. And so he knew from Victorian age Robert Southey, uh, St. Coleridge, Hazlitt, Lamb. Then from Victorian era, he knew Dickens, Robert Browning, Tennyson, Carlyle, and he was also visited by Ralph Waldo Emerson, the one who is transcendentalist of America. Now let's look at his work. He is very famous for his prose work Imaginary Conversation, which was written in two volumes, and here he has portrayed great characters of the past. There are 150 characters who have imaginary conversation with each other. Then his another work, which is very very famous, is Pentameron. Pentameron, what Leigh Hunt said about it. Leigh Hunt considered it a masterpiece. He said Pentameron is Walter Savage Landor's masterpiece. Then Elizabeth Barrett Browning said these words. Here I quote: "Some of the pages are too delicious to turn over." So she found some pages so interesting. For an example, when we watch any movie, some scenes are so nice, so interesting that we want to watch those scenes again and again. And sometimes such scenes become trailers too. So similarly here, Elizabeth Barrett Browning said some of the pages are too delicious to turn over. So Pentameron is basically dialogue between Petrarch and Boccaccio. Then he also paid tribute to female for the ideal which they had in them. And He was the one who praised womanhood, and he has written poems for them. One of the poem is Rose Almer. Actually, Rose Almer was love of his life, but later on she left for India, and from Wales she left for India, and there in India she died of cholera. And I don't know how come this quarrelsome man who used to fight with everybody could fall in love. At least he loved somebody. I'm happy about this fact. Well, so in this poem he pays tribute to her, and he idealizes her womanhood. Then there is one more poem whose name is Ianthe. There is one more writer who has written on Ianthe, who has paid tribute to Ianthe. If you have listened to my previous lectures, you must be knowing who is that. Well, then he has also written a verse drama, Count Julian. He has written Last Leaves, Dying Speeches of an Old Philosopher. So these are the works of him. You should not forget him. He's also one of the very interesting, funny, savage, controversial, quarrelsome, romantic prose writer. Thank you for listening. If you have liked, please do subscribe. Thank you.